Hi everyone, my name is Zara, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these clay rings. I am wearing them now. They're really cute and fun, so let's get straight into the video. So for all the rings I used cos clay. It's basically like polymer clay. I've used it in a few projects now. You can find information about it in the description. So I used a chunk of this and just rolled it out of a clay tool that I had nearby, and then I wrapped it around my finger to make sure it fitted. So this is how I started off like all the rings that I've made in this video, and then I kind of slowly pulled it off my finger so I didn't alter the shape too much, and then smoothed down like the inside and the outside where the clay connected. So once I'd made like my ring bases, I kind of just made up the rings as I went along. So this one is a cat one, and I made like a little square and cut this diagonally in half to make these triangle ear shapes, and then I put the ring on my finger so I could place the triangles on nicely so they weren't like too far apart or too close together. And then I went ahead and I smoothed the triangles down onto the ring base, and then I just tried it on again to make sure I was happy with it. So for the next one I made like a circular shape and I stuck this on to the ring base. So I was watching that program Superstore. I don't know if anyone's watching this, but I was watching it while I was doing these clay rings. It's really funny. So yeah, anyway, I just made sure the circle was a nice shape for my finger, and then I pressed this on to one of like the ring bases. Then I grabbed this dotting tool, and the other end is like a silicone clay tool, and I used that to make like a smiley mouth, but I wanted it just a bit deeper, so I grabbed my craft knife and made like this smile just a bit more indented. So for the next one I did a dog with like floppy ears, so I did the same thing as I did for the cat, where I made the like triangle ear shapes and I just smoothed these down onto a ring base. So as I'm making these, let me know in the comments which one is your favourite, and then when I paint them let me know if it changes or if it stays the same. But I wanted to do like a gem ring, so I got a gem and like pressed it in to make an indent. I didn't bake this in the oven with it on, I took it off and it actually came out a bit weird, so I used a different gem, but you'll see that when I paint it. Now this next one, I wonder if you can tell which ring this is. So I made a like circle shape and I just pressed it down with my fingers onto a ring base, smoothing out like the ring and the circle together upside down so that the circle was nicely attached onto the ring. Then I moved on to making like this diamond shape. So I kind of started off with like a rounded cone, and then I went ahead and like cut it down with my craft knife, kind of making like a square on the bottom and a pyramid on the other side. And then I smoothed it around with my fingers as well, and I cut the bottom off because it was a bit too tall and pressed it onto the base. Then I was ready to put these in the oven and I baked them according to the cosplay instructions. So for the painting and decorating, I used these acrylic paint pens. I used these mainly for the details, but for a couple of them I did colour them all in with these. And I used to use these outdoor acrylic paints I have, as these are basically fully waterproof. So for the cat one, I painted it purple, and then I used this like yellow glitter Posca pen I had to add in the details. Thought it looked really nice like with the contrast, and it also made the yellow look basically like gold. And then the next one I did was the dog. So I painted this orange, as you can see, and then I used like this, I think it's papaya whip, that just sounds like a really nice dessert, to add on like these patches. So it has like a patchy dog, and I think it looks so cute. And then I use this fine liner pen to add in like the nose and mouth details, and I grabbed this like white jelly roll pen that I have to draw on the eyes. I mainly use this just to mark out where I wanted them, and then I went back over with a white Posca paint pen that I had just to make sure that it wasn't going to like rub off later on. Then I went back in with my black fine liner to add like some extra detail around the whites of the eyes so that they popped out a bit more, and also to add the pupil of the eyes. So for the ring pop ring, I actually did use my acrylic paint pens. So I did a pink top and a red base, and then I used this glittery pink one to cover the top in as well. So for the one that I used the gem indent for, when I went to like put it back on, it didn't fit. I think it's because I kind of put the rings on just before putting them in the oven, and I must have misshapen it a bit. So I decided to use this like round gem that I had, and I think it actually looks really cool. It reminds me of like, I don't know, a Power Rangers ring or one of those power-up rings that you get in the cartoons. Let me know what you think about this one. So I don't think I filmed making this one, but I basically put like 3 circles on it and I painted it green. So I decided to put some flowers on it thanks to my nephew. I asked him for a suggestion, and I decided to do like daisy flowers. So I used my white jelly roller to like draw out the flower shape before going in with my white Posca pen and like filling in the shapes that I had just drawn. And then I used like a yellow Posca paint pen to add the middle part of the flowers. So here are how the final rings turned out. Definitely let me know in the comments which one is your favourite, and if you enjoyed watching the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more. See you next time. Bye!